Hey everybody, welcome back to the Miser's Guide to Evony. In today's video, it's a little different. We're going to be talking about real estate. I was talking with a colleague of mine who has his own YouTube channel called Gaming Addicts with Genghis, and you should definitely check it out and subscribe there as well. I'll put a link in the description and the pinned comment and stuff in case you don't know where that is. I was talking with him and we noticed a trend of people that, it's a pretty obvious trend, but we've noticed a trend in our Discord channels, on Facebook and stuff, where people just want to change location or get out of their location, if you know what I mean. And it's a pretty normal thing. It's a pretty normal thing for games, especially like this. So we decided to make a joint real estate venture that I'm calling Miser and Genghis Real Estate. In this video, I'm going to talk about why it's needed, how it's going to work, how you get a feature video if you want to use it, and the content creation service agreement. And that's just something that I made up. All right. So the rationale, the reason why it's needed. In this game, people come and go. It's a pretty normal thing for this kind of game. It's rare for somebody to be around for the 6 years or whatever that I've been around. I mean, there are lots of people that have been, but if you compare it to the massive population that joined this game, there's a lot of people that quit early, a lot of people that quit halfway to the end keep level, a lot of people that get to the max keep level, but there's an update and then they quit, like those kind of things. So people come and go. It's pretty normal. And people also, well, I said people go, but people also come, and they come in at a later time, and they want to find a location that is active, that is powerful, that is built up, and they don't necessarily want to spend 3 years getting to the point that everyone else is. So, like I said, people come and go. In addition to this, we have the idea that accounts are investments. I mean, even my own, I haven't invested a lot of money into it, maybe not very much at all, but I've invested a lot of time, which is, in a way, the equivalent of money. And then there's people that have invested both. Accounts are investments. They're huge investments. So you put those two ideas together and you have prime real estate market, people that are leaving and want to get out. They don't want to lose that investment that they've created without, in the same way as if you built a house by hand. You wouldn't just, I'm going to change locations, and you just walk off into the forest. You're not going to do that. You'd want to get something for it. And there are a couple things that are difficult with that, because it's against the terms of service to get rid of your account in that way. Evony expects you to just drop it and walk into the forest. So it's against the term of service, so there are risks involved. You could get your account suspended, banned, or whatever, and it could be the next person as well that had came into your location. So there's a lot of risks involved, and honestly, Evony doesn't follow up on that very often. It's a very low risk, but it is a risk, and you need to know those things. So that's some of the rationale why we thought this would be a great idea. And I'll talk about more about some of the details later, but that's the basic rationale. Now, here's how it's going to work. First of all, we have nothing to do with buying and selling of accounts. That is not what we're doing. Are we clear? Nothing to do with buying and selling of accounts. So we are not breaking any terms of service. No. We are not doing that. What we do on our channel is we feature accounts. We show accounts. And then if there are people that are interested in talking about those accounts, because, hey, those accounts are pretty darn cool, we want to talk to the people that have that so we can have private conversations. If you want to do that, hey, no problem. We'll connect you. So we have YouTube channels specific to the game that you are playing, which make perfect venues for featuring your accounts. And if you did want to talk to somebody that owns that account, or plays that account, you would just contact myself or Genghis directly based on whichever channel you're on to inquire about that account, and then we would connect you to that person. And it's the same thing that if you want to get your account featured and you want to become a feature video on this real estate playlist, then you just contact us directly and we'll tell you what you need to do, how to make that happen. The feature video will be done in a way that will preserve the anonymity of the user's account. So we're not going to be showing things like your alliance chat or your server number or your name or whatever like that. We're not going to show things that are going to give away who you are. We're trying to preserve your anonymity so that there's a very, very, very low chance that you could ever have repercussions from the game, which, you know, Facebook and stuff, it happens. People know who you are. It can happen. It doesn't happen a lot, but this just is one more step towards being safe. Emphasize, we're just featuring accounts anyway. If somebody wants to send a private message to you, they won't know who you are. So they have to go through us, and we are preserving your identity. So we will forward that message to you. And then at that point, when we connect you guys together, we remove ourselves completely from the conversation. So we are not involved in anything that happens in these private conversations. We're just featuring accounts. Just to be clear, if I haven't said that before, we are featuring accounts. Here's how to get a feature. If you need to get a feature video made, just contact myself or Genghis by email asking for more information. I'm not going to give all the specific details in this video because they might change. So contact us by email to find out what the latest information and status and all that kind of stuff is. Our emails are up on here. You can send one to myself or to Genghis. It doesn't matter who you send it to. Whoever's video you happen to watch on the channel and get this information, send them an email. We'll both respond, and we're both involved in this. All right. If you do want a feature video made, you'll need to agree to the content creation service agreement, which is something that I made. And it's basically some of the same things that I said earlier, that we are not buying or selling, we are featuring. And you understand that. And you understand that there are risks and that sort of thing. There's also a small fee for being featured. You are using our platforms. We spent time creating these platforms. We are making a video for you. And we also act as an intermediary to preserve your anonymity. So if you want to use our channels and reach this massive audience and stuff that we have together, then yeah, we're not just going to do it for free. But it is a very small fee and a very, very reasonable fee in our opinion. So if you do want to have a Miser feature, a Genghis feature, or both, then you just contact us. All right. Contact us for more information. That's it for the Miser and Genghis Real Estate. When you need to GTFO because your spouse saw the credit card statement. See you in the next video.